For question number 3, we are given an equation 3x squared minus 2x plus 7 equals to 0, and we want to figure out what's the value of x minus 1/3 squared. Notice that they are not asking us to solve for x by itself, right? We're not trying to isolate x, but rather than we are trying to complete the square, x minus 1/3, and then square. So what we're going to do is we want to use the method of completing a square. Completing the square method. So that's the hint. Like you have something square, we're going to complete the square. And how do we do that? There are two things that we need first. So first, I want to see I have x squared plus bx on one side. So this means that I want to make sure that first I just have x squared. I don't want to have the 3 in front of the x squared. Right? This is what I want first. First step, I need to divide everything by 3. Divide everything by 3 from the equation. And oh, by the way, 0 divided by 3 as well. So I will get x squared and then minus 2/3 x plus 7/3 equals to 0. Okay, but as you can see that now I have the x squared plus some number x. I just want to have this by itself on one side, or this together on one side. I don't want to have the numbers right here. So let me subtract 7/3 on both sides. 7/3 on both sides. So they become 0, and I will get x squared minus 2/3 x plus 0 equals to negative 7/3. So I got that x squared by just an x squared plus some number x, or even though it's a minus, but it doesn't matter. This is a general form. So that's the first thing that we want. And then second thing, once we have this, we want to get, let me write this as, we want to add the number. I want to take one half of whatever this number is, and that number is the number I call it b. Take 1/2 of the b value and then square. I need to take this, and I need to take this number and add it on both sides. Both sides. So let me see what we need to add in our case. I have a, let me write this. I need to take 1/2 of whatever the number that we have in front of the x, which is negative 2/3. And now I need to square that. So inside out, work inside out. First, the 2's cancel, and then I have a negative 1/3 on the bottom, and then I still need to square that. And negative 1/3 times negative 1/3, we get positive 1/9, right? So I need to add positive 1/9 on both sides. I need to add positive 1/9 on both sides. Okay, and then after we do this two, these are the main part. These are the two things that we definitely need for completing a square. And once you do this correctly, this right here have to be factorable. You can always factor this, and better yet, this is always going to be a perfect square. So to factor this, this means we have 2 parentheses. To get x squared, I need x and x. What times what is equal to 1/9? And then they add up to negative 2/3. It's actually negative 1/3 and negative 1/3, right? Negative 1/3 times negative 1/3, they become positive 1/9. Negative 1/3 plus negative 1/3, they become negative 2/3. So as I said, once we do these two parts, this side is always going to be factorable, and then it's always going to be 2 of the same thing, which is a perfect square. So altogether we have this, and by the way, now let's work on the adding fractions, the most difficult part, right? Okay, I need to make sure that they have the same denominator. So on the first fraction, I need to change that to something over 9. And then the second fraction, it's already something over 9. On the top, I need to, well, 3 times what will be 9? 3 times 3 is equal to 9, right? So do the same on the top. 7 times 3 is 21. And then it was a negative, so let me bring down negative on the top. So the second fraction is already something over 9. I can just bring down the 1 right here. Okay, on the left hand side, this is exactly x minus 1/3 square equals to, on the right hand side, they have the same denominator, so it's still something over 9. Negative 21 plus 1 is negative 20. We got our expression, something squared is equal to negative 20 over 9. That's exactly what the question was looking for. This is that.